Hi everyone, this is Norris Tony coming back to all of you with another video. Before I get into the topic, into this article I'm going to read my prayer book that I read, Walk in Faith. I'm going to read a Bible verse and then I'm going to read a prayer. Here's the Bible verse. So foolish was I and arrogant or ignorant. I was as a beast before thee. Nevertheless, I am continually with thee. Thou hast holden me by my right hand. That's from the book of Psalm, chapter 73, verses 22 and 23. Here's the prayer. And the raising of children, Lord, can I teach what I can do? To observe them is to know that they're already developing skills they see me model. Oh God, help to equip them to become the best they can be. I must start with myself. Guide me to do my best. Amen. Okay, I'm going to give an update. This is the article from TMZ that I'm about to read. It's an update article, basically. It's about my last live that I did. This article, shoot if I can get it to load up. This article is an update on a police officer, the San Antonio cop that opened fire on that 17-year-old teen in a parking lot of McDonald's. So this is the update from TMZ. I'm gonna start reading the article now. McDonald's shooting officer who shot driver surrendered, charged with felonies. The cop who shot 17-year-old Eric Cantu at a San Antonio McDonald's has surrendered to authorities and has been charged with 2 felonies. This as Cantu fights for his life. 25-year-old rookie police officer James Bernard has been charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault by a peace officer. Cantu was eating a burger in a parking lot of McDonald's when B spotted him and recognized his car. B said the driver had evaded police the day before the shooting. Eric remains unconscious on life support, according to his family. The family gave an anonymous or OMINOUS. I don't know. I know the word, but I can't say it. Sorry. But they gave a statement Tuesday. There is no improvement in his condition. The last 2 days have been difficult, and we expect more difficulty ahead, but we remain hopeful. Bernard approached Cantu's car, opened the driver's door, and ordered Cantu out. Cantu put it in reverse, and the cop began shooting multiple rounds, striking him several times. The family has also set up a GoFundMe to raise money for his recovery. This is a picture of Eric before he got shot, like in the daytime. This was a current picture. I think it is him holding his high school diploma or something like that he was holding, but that's Eric. That's a picture of Eric before, he ran into that officer that night. But yeah, that was just a short update on that shooting. That cop, James B, because I can't really say his last name right. James B, he only 25. He young, but still, I don't think he had the proper training. I don't think he got trained right. Because I know he's 25 and he a rookie. He should have called for backup before entering that car. Number one, you just don't approach a possible suspect. You don't know that kid could have had a gun on them and they could have opened fire on you. You don't know what could have happened. So that's why I said luckily that team was just eating a sandwich in the parking lot. Yeah, he might have invaded police the day before, but to make sure that that was the right car that invaded the police the day before, you should have checked the license plate. Run the license plate, because I'm sure if you would have got the license plate the day before, all you would have had to do was look it up in the computer and double check it. Look at the license plate that night and double check and see was it on that car. Was it the same license plate as the day before? That's all you had to do. And if it was, you should have called for backup before you approach that car. Especially when you a rookie, you don't do stuff like that because you don't know that team could have been dangerous as far as you know. And then you should never approach a car in that situation without backup. I think the proper steps should have been for him to call backup. And say if that team would have left or whatever, you could have trailed that car until that car stopped at his next destination. You still could have got back up. See him taking the action that he took, that scared the young boy. I think that scared him when you just opened his car door and demanded that he stepped out, had a gun drawn on him and everything. It's like, how was he supposed to act? Yeah, he should have, said he should have stepped out the car. Could have just said, I'm scared, I'm nervous, so can you please take it easy on me or something like that? I'm stepping out the car. I'm not fighting or resisting or whatever. He still could have stepped out the car, but the officer was very aggressive. So I'm not surprised, and I don't blame the team for being scared. But he panicked. Of course, Eric panicked when James approached him. The approach was wrong, but he panicked and he put his car in reverse and drove and struck, James, the officer, when he was trying to get away. And I don't think that was the right step. He shouldn't have done that. Now, I admit Eric was wrong for driving off like that. He should not have done that. He should have complied and, stepped out the car. But at the same time, that's it. All that could have been avoided had, James been, if he would have called for backup, number one. But he also should have made sure that that was the right license plate on that car before you approached it. And if you're going to do something like that on your own, you got to proceed with caution. You can't be aggressive like that. And then the team, what I'm saying, while you were sitting there waiting on backup, like I said before, if he would have pulled off in that car, you could have followed the car and told back up where you was. Once the car, either while you following, trailing the car, or when the car stopped at its next destination. So yeah, you deserve to get fired. Yeah, you took the wrong, you did the wrong procedure. Absolutely, you was wrong. You was like 90 to 100% wrong by how you approached that situation. And then you put the teen on life support. You shot it or you popped them so many times. You probably could have just popped him once or twice maybe, and he could have stopped the car. Or if he would have kept going, you could have followed him or something like that until he stopped the car. But yeah, you sitting up there just opening fire on him. That did not help the situation. Now you charge with possibly attempted, N word, for assault basically. Not only for felonies, but for assault. So that team was unarmed. He didn't have any weapons, and then you sit up there and proceed with fire, and that's you deserve to do some jail time. If you go to jail, something happened to that team, you definitely deserve to go to jail, and you do not deserve to be an officer no more because you don't have the right mental state of mind to handle that job. Because this right here was a test to see how you would do, and you failed that test miserably. You did, sir. You did, James. You know, I don't know what else to tell you besides, you better hope that that team survived because according to his family, there's no improvement in his condition. Hopefully, I pray for Eric. I pray for the family. Hopefully, the young man come out of this situation fully healed and recovered. It's gonna take time, but maybe Eric, if he survives, he can learn a lesson from this, never to do that again. Just comply with the police, do what they ask, you know, and then just hope and pray that they don't hurt you or be too aggressive with you. But yeah, James, if for some reason you do get your job back, I don't think you should, because this ain't the right profession for you. This ain't the right job for you. And I know people make mistakes, but you made a huge one. You put somebody on life support, so without a weapon. And the way you proceeded that situation was unnecessary. It's like unnecessary roughness. You was wrong 100% for how you approached that situation. So I don't feel sorry for you. You could have, like I said, you could and should have done better, and you should have thought before you reacted. Because that was only a 17-year-old boy. He didn't know what was coming his way. So, like I said, as the adult in the situation, you could have waited. You should have waited for backup, and your backup could have told you what to do and how to proceed with the situation. You could have learned something from that situation from your backup, from your more experienced officers who would have came to your aid. They could have taught you something. You could have learned how to proceed that situation and handle that situation better for future situations. But for you to take matters in your own hands and did what you did, no, I don't feel sorry for you, Officer James B. I don't feel sorry for you at all. Let this be a lesson to you. You need to hope that you get out of this situation, and if you do, you don't need to be a cop. You need therapy, and you need to pursue another career that's not intense, because being an officer takes a lot of work. It's a lot. It got a lot to do with you mentally and physically. You putting your life on the line every single day, and then you also can put other people's lives at risk too, especially like this situation, for example, what you did to Eric. You put his life on the line and possibly your own, but more his life on the line. So, like I said, you needed more training and you didn't get the proper training. If I was Eric's family, I would demand that James be, fired and suspended permanently. I would demand that he get jail time. I would try to sue him and I would sue that police department that he works for. I would clean that police department up. I would clean house with everybody involved. So, but like I said, that's all I have to say. I didn't come on here. I didn't come to be on here long. I just wanted to give everybody an update on what's happening. James surrendered, turned himself in, and he behind bars facing felony charges, and I hope that they stick. But until then, let's pray for Eric and hope that he recovers. He gets out of get off life support and that he feels better because he's young and God got the final say and he can do it. I believe he can survive. But if not, if I was that family, I would be doing a lot of suing. There'd be some lawsuits coming the police department way and James B way too, the officer's way too. But until then, I hope you all like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you like. Thanks for watching. Get those likes up for me, like the video. That puts me in the aneurysms. And that gets people to, possibly be interested in seeing future videos from me. But like I said, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and you all have a good night. Peace.